Good morning. Hopefully, everyone is well. Apologies for missing last week. Made the mistake of having a crap week at work and then watching the news on Saturday morning. And I said, screw it. I'm going to go do something else. Good times. Anyway, cheers. Good morning. We're going to be doing some rebuilding today. I think that's the plan. I had to do a little bit of adulting this morning, so getting a little bit of a late start, but here we go. I have been playing this offline, just so you know. Things are going to look slightly different. I haven't done too much on the build front. What I have done, though, is I have progressed through a few phases. I've gone wandering around, died a few times, looking for hard drives and looking for immersive spheres. But the fun kind of begins. I spent a fair amount of time looking at blueprints, and blueprint building is kind of tedious and boring, so I did it all offline. But yeah, that's where we're at. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I don't run a ton of mods in Satisfactory. And again, this isn't a game I play a lot. I mostly prefer shooters and RPGs, but when I get the itch to build shit, this is a good one. But in looking for kind of build ideas, like you can see this building in the background right here. I like the fact that people put this much thought and effort into it, and that design their factories to look like actual factories might look like, which I think is kind of neat. But I found people were opening up their map, and it showed a satellite view, if you will, of their factory layout and how much of the map they covered, which I thought was kind of neat. And so I installed that one particular mod, and that's the only thing that I'm running right now. So it's good stuff. Anyway, let's get going. I can show off kind of some of the things that I have been working on, because I like the idea of being able to build modular factories. So I put these blueprint designers up not long ago. Well, when I first unlocked them with the intent to stream it, but schedule conflicts and all of that, it ended up not happening, which is fine. But the thinking here was this center bit is my main factory, and there's a kind of an entrance and an exit. So some raw materials come in this side, they flow through, and they go out there, and I could just put these together one by one. I kind of scrapped that idea early on because I want to be able to swap these things out pretty fast. So what I did instead is and actually, for those that haven't played, I probably should talk about how the blueprint designer works. I also did a few things. I didn't update my camera settings, but I did update my sound settings last week. And just a little bit of insight in case you care. When things are going sideways professionally, one of the ways that I can self-medicate, for lack of a better word, is find something, fix it, and get my acquired serotonin hit when I need it. And I've never been happy with the way that my audio has sounded. The mic is good, but I don't know what I'm doing necessarily. And audio is one of those things where it kind of sounds okay, and I kind of understand, but most of the generic tips will only get you so far. And I happened to find a YouTube video, which maybe I'll throw up on my Discord later, but they said something interesting. And just before I get started doing any of this, the interesting bit was, I think I've talked to a few folks on it, but the interesting bit was the first thing the guy in the video said was, the first thing I do is I go to ChatGPT and with a particular prompt that essentially says, here's the software I'm using, here's the mic that I'm using, here's the mixer that I'm using. And using those tools, I want to have a broadcast quality sound is what they put. And then I'll upload a sample uh, uh, to be analyzed. And I had no idea well, I should have had it, but I had no idea that you could use that tool in that way. And now I don't have chat GPT, but what I did do is I've been a Gmail and Google user for, gosh, probably the mid 2000s. So let's just say 20 years to make it easy. Back before anyone knew who the hell they were, or at least the wider population knew who they were. I started using them a long time ago. Search engine first, and then their email service after that. But the hold on, KB, I got you. Good day, sir. Cheers. Oh, okay. And I've got that too. Did I? Oh crap! Did I turn that off? Hold on, hold on. That is only meant to be after hours. Let me turn that back on because that is certainly not my intent. Right, where is that? That's going to be there. That's going to be community. No. Why could it view rewards? There it is. Power ups, channel points. Power up, channel points. Caffeinate. Boom. All right. KB, that should now be appropriately enabled. Boom. There we go. Cheers, my friend. Yeah, so I had to adult today, so this is not my normal coffee. This is a Starbucks Quad Grande Americano that I normally get when I travel. And in my new, so I ended up buying a new toy. So this right here is an 18-ounce heated mug. Yeah, I need more quotes. I should probably say stupid shit to make that happen. But anyway, new travel mug. I love it. It works exactly the way I need it to without any extra BS, and it keeps my coffee warm, which is really the most important part. But getting back to why I was talking about Google and Chat GPT is I upgraded my Gmail account because I was always getting those, oh, you're using 85% of your allocated storage. And so I upgraded the account just so I can get out of that. And what I got was Gemini for free. So I tried it with, I tried the same prompt with Gemini, and it was surprisingly detailed in the answers that it gave me. And so what I do is I say, okay, I have these things, what are the base settings to set, and then I'll send you a sample. So I did that, and then I said, okay, here's the sample, recommend any additional changes, and it recommended a few more. And I said, okay, I've made all of your changes. Is there anything else I should do? And please listen to this sample. And it did that. And the result is what I'm using right now. And I've listened to it myself. It definitely sounds better. And the only thing I didn't follow was I think I put a noise gate early in the chain. So it didn't have hey, Crypty, how are you? Hopefully you're having a good day so far, sir. But yeah, it's surprisingly, I was really happy with how it turned out, and because I use this, my stream PC is also my work PC. The games are on a different system. It worked out surprisingly well. Oh, it's too damn cold. Hopefully you didn't have to go out in it too much. I had to go out this morning because I had to go get I had to go be an adult and go do fasting labs and stuff like that because I'm young. Hence the regular coffee. But anyway, yeah. So that was interesting. I was really happy with how it turned out. In fact, I was happy enough with it that I have told a few folks. Yeah, I know. I'm fortunate. Axe Boy, how are you? Good morning, sir. Hopefully you're staying warm and you've got power. And is this you on your internet being back, or is this you on your internet still not being back? What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Crap, I lost it. Oh well. Um, oh, good, good. Um, maybe when I get back from, I've got to travel next week, but maybe when I get back, I did see Almost Note. Maybe I'll install DRG again, and we can go break rocks, which that was always fun. But yeah, yeah, what I was to say is I have been building blueprints. Actually, Axboy, I'd be curious to get your feedback because I'm going to show off some of the things that I built in here because that's what I've been doing for the last few days. Okay, so for those that don't know, the blueprint designer is it's okay. I'll admit it's kind of wonky, but once you figure it out, it works really well. And actually, while I'm thinking about this, right here. Wait a minute. Is it here? How the hell do I? How do I okay, I've forgotten how to end my notes. Oh, dude, yeah, I hear you. I'm north of that, so I feel that. But let's leave it at that because I have opinions and I'm not going to share any of them. But suffice it to say, I feel you. Okay, blueprints. The blueprint designer is actually hit the right key. It's kind of wonky. Inventory, then mouse over to the right of the screen. Okay, hold on. Inventory. Oops. Tab. Yeah. I'm the oldest. I just turned a little further. Oh, Axe Boy, I love you. In the most platonic way possible, but I love you. Thank you. I knew there was a way to do it. And I kind of missed out. I've got to change my notes so I don't forget what I'm doing. Private notes. Okay, so I added production. I still need to do steel production because I need encased beams. Miss additional production. There's a few things I need to do here. I need to rebuild ingot mines, rebuild base production, and the blueprints, and I think I can do that. Beautiful. Okay, Axe Boy, you are the best. All right, so blueprints. So what I did is I went and, full disclosure, I sometimes have original thoughts. Most of the time I see something and like, okay, I kind of like that and I kind of like that, and then I will consolidate things together. So what I did, Crypt, you know what? It's easier with multiple monitors. I will admit that. It's not required though. If you do things like set your bot up properly, or you get the right bot, you can set it up so it will do everything for you. And you just have to have a way to see chat, which if you've got a phone or something like that, it's doable. But yeah, I feel you. Anyway, so what I did was I've actually had this downloaded for a while. So I pulled this off of satisfactoryblueprints.com, which is someone made basically a modular system of factories. So it starts with like basic, there's no smelters in here, which I was kind of salty about, but like they'll do something like this, right? And the cool thing is you build this and it just works, right? So they built this very tall structure that has a glass roof and a whole bunch of smelters. So you just feed something in one side and it comes out the other, right? It looks very complicated, and it kind of is to start, but I didn't want to just use that, right? No, so the funny thing is it, and this is not me being terribly experienced, but it's for me watching it and being familiar with the tech. There's always so much going on that paying attention to your game and to chat, you don't notice any delay, because it's hard to keep track of everything that's going on anyway. But anyway, this was the genesis of one of them. So the idea here is that your raw material comes in here, it goes in and gets distributed, right? So this little splitter here goes up and it gets distributed throughout the floors. And then when it's done, it comes down this side, and I need to look at the direction here, and it goes back out the way it came. Okay. That is the basic premise. So I can then clear this. So instead what I did is I used that as some inspiration and said, okay, well, I don't know if I want that scale just yet. So I just said, I'm going to build myself a 360 ingot per minute iron smelter. And I built myself. And I did a little bit of customization to it. So as an example, I built a template for the building. And then, so it's got a roof, right? It's fully contained. You can then, it's got glass in here so you can see it, right? And the thinking here is the stuff comes in the bottom. It all gets smelted and it goes down here to the end, right? So this guy right here. Yes, exactly, right? And from it's got power, right? So I unlocked these in the MAM. So all I have to do is hook power to one of, oops, and I noticed that I missed something. Is I need to connect this to that. So all I have to do is connect power to one of these little power tits. And I would have put one out going through, but the way I've used this blueprint designer, I'm right at the edge. I would have had to come in like one tick. And then it would have worked through. Yeah. Well, that's what they look like, right? You could just, yeah, kind of squeeze them, put clamps on them. Yeah. I'm just going to stop there. So anyway, and what happens is my raw material comes in here and it gets distributed. And then over on the other side here, remember where I pointed that thing? This is the bottom of it, and it just comes out the bottom. And I went through and said, I added a sign that says this is a steel, or this is an iron ingot. It's an output, 360 a minute. So now I should just be able to drop one of these down. You saw how quickly it went. Now, what I haven't done is tested it. So we'll see how that works. And now that I fixed that, I can just save the blueprint right over the top of it. And we're good. So that's an example of that one. I also built, so I went through and did the same thing for constructors. And for all the stuff that I have unlocked for constructors, I built a template. So I can just click this and drop it once. So for example, I need to do iron pipes. And there you go. There's iron pipes. And it's a similar setup, right? Now, full disclosure here. This one's a slightly different than the other one in that the amount of raw materials that need to come in is too much for the belts that I have. So right now, these are Mark III belts, and I think they do, I'll go look, double check, but they don't do 600 per minute. Even the Mark IV belts, I think, are 480. I think Mark IIIs are 270. So, actually, did I do that right? I better double check that right now. Yeah, Mark IIIs are 270. Mark IVs are 480, but the thing this requires is 600 total. So I split them up, and I think what I need to do while I'm sitting here is I need to upgrade these belts to Mark IV. Do I have enough? That's a question. I do. Yeah. Got that. Got that. The one thing I'm not quite happy with is there's not enough room to move around in here, and that's going to be a problem. I am certain of it. But what I can do is I can just upgrade these center. Why aren't you selecting? There, Mark 4. Yeah. And I can then put this back. So I did that for pretty much everything. I expect that I'm gonna have a couple of things that I didn't quite get right that I will then have to fix. But you know, what can you do? I think that's going to be enough. The other thing I probably will have to do, because I think the output here, yeah, it's 150. The output's fine. It's just the input. And then we're going to save this again because I just updated it. But that is the general consensus. So what I need to do today is I need to readdress my construction of... did I save that? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. I'm going to clear the blueprint manager. I'm going to grab anything out of here that I have forgotten to take. The other thing that I did, just for shits and giggles, is I built some test foundations. So one of the things that I think I said I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to drop something down and have it be kind of elevated. So I built something like that I can then drop a factory on top of, which I think is kind of cool. These maybe are a little bit big, but you know, let's get rid of that guy. Why are you here? Okay. And the memento. So the thing about the kind of the weird thing about the about this is sometimes what'll happen is you'll build something and it will, if it loses the, you set, you know, where it's stored and then what category it's in, and it loses the categorization, which is a little funky. The other thing is, okay, so that's that. An easy thing I'm going to do is set up I'm going to clear some production areas, and I'm going to set it up so I can drop slugs in something, and then out the door will come power shards that I can then just pick up. And the same thing with alien DNA, but this will go right to a sink. Yeah, it does, but it's better than doing it by hand, Axe Boy. This is the first time I spent an inordinate amount of time on it. My last playthrough, I didn't. Well, I take that back. I did, but I wasn't thinking. I do, like, you know, here's a stack of 4 smelter manifolds, or 4 smelters in a manifold that I can then just string together. So that made it kind of easy, but I didn't think vertically. And that was a problem. The other thing I'm running into also is that I need industrial, these are supposed to be encased industrial beams, but the reason you search hard drives in this game is you want alternate recipes. Some of them are very good. And in particular, I think encased industrial pipe takes out a few steps and you net more output than you would otherwise. Steel rotors are kind of the same way, where it's complicated. Yeah, encased pipes for the win. So I started to put blueprints together. So hopefully if I've done all this properly, when I start to scale up, I can just drop these blueprints down and go. Now I haven't done anything with, I'm poised to do oil and plastics. I think I just unlocked fuel generators. So I might, I'll spend some time over by the blue hole, the blue lake, or whatever it is. I'll spend some time over here. But the mod I was telling you about earlier does this mapping, which I like very much. It's easy to show, you know, kind of what you did. Now, the one of the things that, if you guys remember, if those of you that were here, I initially built this coal power plant and when I upgraded better belts and better miners, Blue Crater Lake, yeah, I added another 1,200. What was it? Yeah, another 1.2 gigawatts of oil here. So if we were to go over here, it looks exactly like this, which I think is pretty cool. But what you can see is that I did a lot of wandering around and just a little bit of dying. Um, I was looking for hard drives and Mercer spheres and things for research and for dimensional depots. So I've uncovered some of the map, but I haven't uncovered radar towers and a few other things. So today we're going to focus on these areas. So we've got our resources. I'm still going to do ingot production, but what I was doing here on this platform, I want to kind of change what I do up here. So maybe minimize the top portion of it. I'll change. I'll even maybe skin it to look like concrete or something. But I want to be able to just drop buildings on it and go. So anyway, that's the plan. We'll see how far I get. And yeah, apologies for not streaming last weekend, and public service announcement. I won't be live. So tomorrow morning, I leave very early to go to the East Coast, where it's cold, for the week. And then I will be back Friday night. So the earliest I'll be back is a week from today. I'll be mobile, but the evenings tend to get filled. Yes. In fact, so Crypt, I know you're in upstate. I'll be on the south end of Manhattan, is where I'll be. I've got work stuff going on. So yeah. You know what? The funny thing is, I don't think when I lived in Mass, I don't think I ever got past. I don't think I ever got past the Massachusetts-New York border on Interstate 90. Okay. So why don't you know what I think I might do? I think I'm gonna start over here where I was working on quartz. That might be a good test bed. I've already got power there. I've already got power towers. Yeah. No, so it's funny, Crypt. I've lived on both ends of 90, but I haven't gotten the middle of it. I haven't got past Bozeman, Montana, a little east of Bozeman, Montana on this side, and then past whatever's right on the border in Massachusetts. But so I haven't gone to the middle. I do want to drive it at least once. I should have put notes on here. So part of my running around here is I've got hard drives marked. So eventually I'll go figure out what I need to open those up. I think these required bits that I didn't have. But anyway, we're going to go rebuild some stuff. And I am likely going to... I'll be tearing down a lot, is what I expect. Because I'm not building motors yet. I'm not building encased industrial pipe either. But let's go over there. I gotta remember how I got there. Oh, actually, let's try something first. So the customizer materials. Let's do a little tester, shall we? Is that grip? Didn't look like grip. I thought I selected asphalt. Oh, is that a skin that I've got? No. Okay, so Fix It Foundation is there. Okay, that's the grip. Fine. What does asphalt look like? Okay, asphalt might be okay. I'm not doing roads though. Let's look at concrete. Maybe I'll just by default choose concrete. Oh, yeah, I think concrete is it. So as I build more, like I don't need that anymore for sure. But as I build more, I think I'm just going to stick with concrete for any foundations going forward. so it will look better. Let's okay, get rid of that. Get rid of this too. We'll just start cleaning things up as we go. Yeah, and perhaps what I'll do when it makes sense to is that I will start to increase production where I haven't done it yet. Oh, why is that still okay? I'll get some. I'll get some wood. So I've got rocket fuel, but I really don't want to use it all up right now. Yeah, the concrete is bright, but I like to look better than that stuff kind of floating in the air. Asphalt, I think, is too dark, and I would like to be able to build roads at some point with asphalt. Oh, actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give these guys a little spank. Come on. Because I want to drop down those miscellaneous factories real quick. Yeah, we'll go this way. Now, sometimes there's a big old spider over here that... Why did you take 4 hits? You shouldn't take 4 hits. The theory behind that factory is I basically have a storage bin that's hooked up to belts. I use smart splitters to say, okay, for hog remains, you know, send it to this factory, let everything else through. For spitter remains, so, we do that at the next one, and then you do whatever the spider things are and whatever the little... I never remember what they're actually called. It's the little things that open up that have the little flies. There's a bunch of them here. I'll pick some up while we're here. Yeah, there's one right there. Case in point. And note to self, you can't do your... Can't use your beat stick when you're in the water. Great, just run right into it. Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Okay. Hatchers, thank you. I'm glad that you're my my brain today, Axe Boy. I kind of need it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I built this while I was there. It's now full, which isn't ideal. So the thought here is there's 3 nodes. There's one up here, there's this one, and there's one over there. So let's do a couple of things here. These are already tier 2. I'm just gonna double check what I did here. All right, yeah, so that's Mark 2. These are fine, this is fine, but let's nope, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Customizer. Concrete. Thank you. Concrete. Yeah, that is so much cleaner. It's bright, but it's clean. All right, I'm not even using that one yet. Okay. We'll just clean this all up right now. But what we are going to do, what we are going to do is we're going to rework these factories. So I think that means is we're going to take that out. We're going to take this out. This out. Now I could take it all out and in one fell swoop, but I really don't want to rebuild the foundations. But I do want to good there. That's rock quartz. I do want to try... Actually, no, I take that back. I do want to try dropping down a factory right on top of this. All right, so this is... What is in here? Quartz crystal, fine. There's my storage. There's a few things I'd like to do. I'd like for this to continue running, and anything that I'm not using needs to go to an awesome sink. But we're going to test this out. Let's get rid of this. We need silica. Get rid of this guy. Excuse me. All right. I'm going to leave that one out there just so I remember what is in... what's in my thing here. Yeah, I know. I have a tendency to delete many things that I don't intend to, so I'm trying to avoid that. That's why I'm doing it by hand. All right, so let's do this. Yeah, I really like this. I probably should have done this long ago. Are you saying naughty things, KB? Is that what's going on? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's all right, we'll do this for now. But let's see if I can get a good vantage point here. But this is tier 2. It's Mark 2. It's not overclocked. 120 a minute. I already busted it already. Fine. All right. So let's see. We need 2 things. We need quartz crystal. Now, what I should have done. So here's the thing that I just realized something. What I should have done is I should have done something to the building so I know which end is the in and which end is the out. Because I don't. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll just give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen? I'd have to tear it down and do it again. All right, so that's that. So right, we're just gonna do that. And hopefully I got it right. Now I already see that I have to move a few things. All right, it's still building inside, but hey, look at that. I actually did math. Well, I did it right. Let's see how bad it clipped on the other side. So what should happen is I need 225 per minute quartz in order for this to do its thing. Now that's not too bad. Let's climb on top of here, because perhaps I can do the needful also. Okay, so that's the output. That needs to go to a storage, the thing I'm standing on, which is fine. And then what needs to happen also, so that's, no, that goes to that guy. I need to do this one, which is silica, 225 a minute. All right, that's not going to work there. Fine. So what I could do is I can move that. That's going to be the pain. All right. Now we get to do another test. Let's do this. So let's quartz crystal, 225, 225. So I'm going to have some sort of merger, which is all fine. I need power. Power it up last. And I'm regretting using these big storage bins because they're a pain in the ass to move. But that's okay. We shall persevere. Okay. We are going to deal with a few things here. Oh, that's fine. Now I can do what I intended to do before. Okay. Power tits. And I guess it's okay. It's on that side. That's fine. Output, output, output. All right, well, let's just get it plumbed. Then we'll get it going here. Alrighty, so this is 60. This is... This is also 60. That's impure. Actually, I think I can go here. Other... Oh. Oh, I turned all that off. That's why. No. Okay. So, yeah. 60... and 120. So that's a grand total of 180. And this one is 180 also, if I remember correctly. Here. Okay, so that's 180. This is 240. So I have a grand total of 340. Oh my God, 180. Okay, fine. No, I need to do N 180 plus 240. Okay, 420. Blaze it. I've got a grand total of 420, of which 225 needs to go in one, and the remainder, I don't remember what goes in the other. What are you doing over there, little guy? Sort. Okay. Goodbye. All right. I think what I need to do is I need to rethink this. So I need 225 there. I made, oh, duh, I made notes. Oh, beautiful. Okay. 225 and 135 is 370. So I've got more than enough. I've got more than enough to feed this and only throw a little bit away. That's fine. Then I just have to work out the math. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this then. I'm going to remove this completely and think about it a little differently. And by a little differently, I mean we're going to we're getting rid of all this concrete at the moment. And I'll fix this in a minute. But we're going to get rid of all this. because I want to try something just a little different here. Okay, so that's as far as I can see. Fine. All right, let's do this. Blueprint, foundations. Raise factory floor. I had a hanging tit up there. Okay, so we're gonna have to save this. We're gonna have to fix this later on, but we don't need to do it right now. We're gonna customize it to be concrete. Okay, so now we have a concrete base that I can then put a factory on top of that makes quartz. All right, see. I'll need to move my power tower, but that we can fix. But that gives me room to work with down here. Yeah, let's do that. So go here. That also means what I'm hoping that this means is I don't have to move any of those things. I can just go underneath. That is my hope. All right, let's clear these guys out. Yeah, that'll be good. And I can I'll just put another platform in between. Can I? Oh, I can't. Fine. All right. We can make this work. I think I can. I think what I can do is actually make this really easy by come on. Don't jump too high, please. Thank you. We will do that. And question is, can I put stairs? Okay, I can't put them there. Fine. Can I put a ramp? Why? Why is okay? Why? Okay, why are you like this? Where did that go? Yeah, they're really wonky. All I really want them to do is do that. Can I do a half floor? And customize. I'm certain that I can. Yeah, because this will keep me from. Yeah, there we go. At least now I can get up to it without jumping. Or falling. Wow. I stand corrected. Okay. But what that means is I can then blueprint this out again and not have to lay things on the ground. So we want foundations. We want raised factory floor. And I'll change this to concrete while I'm sitting here. And I'll fix this, maybe not today, but I will fix it. It's now concrete, good. And then I can put this guy. And I just realized that if I use my noggin, I would have realized that I can see the input arrow, so I know where the inputs are. So that is 2 super easy replacements. Okay. That, I think, is going to work. Let's go double check that I don't need to fix any. Oh, that is not going to work. Not at all. Okay. I got to think this through. The look of confusion on my face is real. So at least I know this initially will work. It'll also give me an opportunity to do some math. So I know we got 420 coming in. That is fine. Need some more space to work with. So we're gonna do a little bit of hocus pocus here. We're gonna turn you around. Have you go the other way. And then we're going to have you go the other way as well. I'll do the splitting first. Why are you? Oh, that's why. That's why. Let's customize you because I can't look at you not being concrete while you're there. All right. So we'll just do it like that. And we'll do it like that. And then this guy we're going to turn you. You're going to connect there. And you're going to come out this way. Okay. I think we've made some progress today so far. I need to go back up and... All right, gonna get rid of you for now. And we are going to get rid of you. Before I get this real... Oh, wow, that was not intentional, but okay. All right, I guess we're going to put this back. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we're going to take these storage bins and relocate them down here. Then we're going to put the overflow in an awesome sink here. So let's work our way backwards. Awesome sink. See, make sure. Oh, you dirty bastard. Okay, fine. Awesome sink. Yeah, that'll work. I don't think I need to use the double stacks here. That is fine. So let's not use the double stacks. Let's use organization. Let's use this. All right, I'll butt it right up here to the edge. Yeah, that'll work. Oops, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. And then we're going to take off that guy and that, and we'll rebuild them where they belong. I think just at least for right now, these, I don't need that volume, and I've got to come way out here to get it, so it doesn't really make sense. And then we will make sure we got a nice fast belt here, lift here. Okay. So the really fun thing you can, okay, that won't work, but that's fine. This will go here. This one will go. This one's going to be funky. It's going to be ugly to start, and that's okay. Nope. I'm an idiot. I did the wrong thing. I just need to get the stuff. I need to get rid of that guy. And then this is going to just... Okay. I guess that's not going to work. We're going to do that. All right. What this is doing, just to explain it, I don't want to lose all of this when I delete it. So just as an example, there's a lot in here. I don't really want to lose all of it. I'm going to lose some anyway. I'm not too concerned about it just yet, but I don't want to lose it all in case I need it. And I don't want to lose the ability to store it. So I'm just draining these out while I work on other things. So we've got this. Maybe I'll put a staircase up there later. But let's get this guy going while we can. So we're going to use Mark IV belts to deal with this. So extend this out here as well. Because essentially what I need to do is I need to merge all of this. And then I need to take it, I need to split off some stuff to go up top here and deal with the output. And then I need to have the rest of it go to the other one, deal with that output. Oh, wow. I'm going to go ahead and let the ad break just run. I'll continue working on this while that happens. But this is kind of this is a good way to do it. I think what I need to do is I'll need to make, I need to take this guy and just build stairs so I can get up there. Maybe I'll put a door up there or something. I don't know. So what I can do as I'm just thinking this through, I've got 3 of those blueprint designers. What I can do is I'll put that base down and a base building on. I can't do the base building on top of it, but I should be able to figure out stairs from there. That's the key thing. If I can figure out the stairs, then life is good. Eventually I won't need it, but right now I've got with the jetpack and the fuel. The rocket fuel is actually too much. When I start making other fuel, I will end up using that. All right, so we've got the remains. Those will go in. That's fine. Yeah, we're good so far. Let's get this sorted. So this is going to be, so that's a 120, so Mark II belt is fine. Actually, Mark 1 belt is fine. This one I absolutely have to have a Mark 3 belt, which is also fine. All right, so we are going to use a merger. Just say it's going to be right here. All right, there go the ads. I'm just going to get these connected while the ads are going. Yep, that is fine. Okay, that's beautiful. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right. So this is 420. I definitely need. Now let's think about this. So I need 225. So I need to do a few things here to get something close to 225 to where I need it to go. Oh, god damn it. I put this factory down backwards. Oof. Good thing it's a fix. I don't have to return. I don't have to turn around the whole entire thing. Let's get that taken care of right now. Just realized that. And I'm not classifying that as a screw up just yet. But let's get it fixed. And then for those of you that don't know, what I'm doing is you hit the H key and it will lock the blueprint, and then you can nudge it with your arrow keys. That's what I'm doing here, is I'm doing that. And I bet I need to change this to have rounded corners. Yeah, okay, there's two things I need to off. All right. So 225 raw quartz. So let's think about the okay, I guess that works too. I can't wait till I have the hover pack thing unlocked. Okay, so I don't need that. I need not a merger. I need a splitter. Okay, so if I put a splitter there, that gives me 240 outputs. Of which one of them goes there. And the other one, actually, you know what? That's kind of enough. It really is. It is very much enough. All right, so what we're going to do then is we're going to take, I need a Mark III, which is fine. Mark III lift. Okay. Okay, so that's good. That's good. All right, ads are done. Excellent. Time flies when you're talking about shit. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So we'll take one of our inputs here. We'll go right there. Now, actually, take that back. Okay, that's all good. That's good. That's good. I need power. I need power. That's fine. I'm not ready just yet. So what I need to do is I need to build myself some more platforms here. So we're going to do a... we are going to do, in this logistics... Smart splitter is easy. What's the priority merger? Oh, I don't need to do that just yet. But I do need a smart splitter. Because what we're going to do is... Damn it, KB. Yeah, and maybe what I'll do is I'll run that down here. Okay. All right, so this gets connected to this. And then this gets connected to that. And what we're going to do, okay, so I haven't covered this yet. KB, I'm caffeinating for you. And I'm hydrating for you. So I've either just reached equilibrium or I just caused the heat death of the universe by having caffeine and water at the same time. Center output. Exactly, Axe Boy. All right, so the way smart splitters work is you can, they're like the name implies. So you can direct what you want to flow where. Any output. So what I'm saying is just send whatever comes through along down the center. The right output, and it's from this perspective. This has one input and 3 outputs. Okay, this is the center one. Send anything. The right output, I only want overflow. And here's the thinking. I only need 225. I'm sending 240. I want it to just run, and therefore any excess is going to go down towards that awesome sink. I'll do the same thing on the other side for the other stuff. It's a little bit wasteful, but at least the things will run and run consistently. That is my thinking. And then I also need to do a little wood cutting, which will be helpful for me later. I need more. Well, I guess I need them now because I'm out. So let's just get that sorted. Craft bench, fine. Might as well just leave this here. Righty. Biomass, where is it? There it is. Think I need mycelia just yet? I don't need a lot of it. I just need to make this. Okay. And that'll give me enough to run both my axe, not my axe, run my chainsaw and use instead of rocket fuel. Because I'm not making that yet, and I've already used, I think I found 50 of them. And yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, do that. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, and we think good. I think we're good for right now. All right, so let's just do some clearing of land. All right, we're good. Hopefully, yeah, I got it on multi. Get that out of there. Yeah, that's better. All right, that'll be at least a little cleaner, and then I can do this. And I'm not really worried about the clipping here. Because what that will let me do is this. In my backpack, if I click that, my preferred is the solid biofuel. Now this thing won't shoot me back up in the air. This is 225, so I basically need to do... What the hell did that mean? Conveyor belt too steep. Fine. Okay, so there's 135 there. I need to do... We're going to do another smart splitter. excuse me. We're going to do a smart splitter. Good Lord. Yeah, smart splitter. That's logistics still. All right, we want that entry there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it right here at the end. That way I can. It's 135. I still need mark to be built for that, which is all fine for. I guess I don't want to put that one there. I'm gonna do this then. Smart splitter. Yeah. Extend smart splitter from there to there. There to. Nope. We're gonna do that here to here. And like the last time, we're going to say smart splitter. Any output, the left output is now the overflow. Okay. So when I hook up that up, what should happen is it should send nothing down this belt. Or no, I'm sorry. It should split them equally between these two belts. This will fill up, and once it fills up, this will then start to fill up. So I can send the unwanted stuff to the awesome sink, which is over there. I think that'll work just fine. That's still draining. Clear this out real quick. And what I'm looking for here is for this to stop. It hasn't done that yet. All right, so that's good. That's good. We just need to. We're going to do a few things. There's going to be a merger here. Yeah, we'll just put it right there in the center. And there's going to be a smart splitter here. And there. All right, so what I'm hoping will happen is my right output is overflow. Connect that to that, that to that. All right, don't be that way. This one is going to be center output is any. My left output is overflow. And away we go. And I'll hook these up in a second. Wait, yeah, that's right. That's right. This. We need to have a merger. That. Okay, so that's not quite there. Here. All right, so what's going to happen here is this overflow goes there. That overflow goes here. And this one and I got it turned around backwards. That happens rather often. So 7. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. Oh. That will not work. What is going? Oh, that's why. What did I do? That's the input. That's the output. This is a merger. That's a smart splitter. Why didn't you just do that? Ugh. Okay. I don't really... So what I'm going to have to do is bring the output of that guy over to here. And that's how that'll work. But I need to turn this guy around because I am clearly a dunderhead. 7. Try it again. 7. Again, still not technically a mistake. That's good. Okay, this one. All right. So now what we've accounted for our system, okay, doing what it's supposed to do. All right, now what this means is this is done. And I just realized that I probably did this backwards. Yep, I did do it backwards. God damn it. Okay. That's all fine. It's all fine. I'm not going to redo it. That's also backwards. We're just gonna... what's going on here? Oh, that's what's going on. Duh. Got that done. Bye-bye. All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a super speedy belt because I have the stuff. And okay, just the thought here is that let's just say this completely fills up. I've got like 270 output potentially coming out of both of these things, and this belt needs to handle it. So that should be just fine. That. Okay. So far so good. What I have to account for now is how to get this. It's going to go here. And this is going to go over here. That's all fine. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the ramp. I'll deal with ramps later. And we will get it figured out. So inputs are fine. Outputs need to come down at okay, that's so relift. I think what I'm going to do is this. We're going to do... We'll raise it. And we'll do... 1, 2, 3. And perhaps I can just be super... Yeah, I suppose that I should, you know, put something underneath of that. Maybe I can. Can I? Does it make sense to do it? Maybe. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll do that. to that, and that to that. That way it looks like it's not just floating in the air. All right, we're getting closer. We're getting very close. Gonna do the same thing here. Yeah. Let's put down some more of this. Some concrete. Concrete's our friend. All right. And let's put we're gonna put this here. Too high. We'll rotate this guy around. Too high. 225 silica, that's fine. Okay, it's almost power tit time. That's not gonna work. All right, 5. And I think what we're gonna do is not point it that way. We're gonna point it that way. Okay, so we've dealt with our inputs and our outputs. We've dealt with storage. We've dealt with overflow. Now what it's time to do is deal with power. As I so helpfully got rid of all of my power. So we're going to put a power tower with a platform on some helpful foundations. If I remember correctly, those are 2x2. We'll see. Power tower with a platform. They are 2x2. They're slightly smaller than 2x2. All right, so that means I can go up here. I always use these particular power platforms because they are much easier to deal with than most other things. So I got power tit there. No, that. All right, that'll do for now. I need to get power from there. What is going on there? I guess that's fine. Hook you up. Good. Now we need to hook up that one up, which I think I can just do, hopefully this and that. And then this, that. Now what I need to do next is I need to hook up this
Magic
somewhere.
is impressive, but now Minsk leads. Swords for everyone.
Oh, Graybeard. Thank you for the raid, my friend. How was your stream? I know what you were playing because I was watching you. Now I got to turn myself off. Let's close that view. Oops. How was your stream? Hopefully you had a good time. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Because of you, that was on sale. I bought it and have been starting to play it. I can see why people like it. It's much more complex than I thought it was. It took me a long time to realize that in the introduction, when you're running away, that you can't and shouldn't stop and fight anybody. But hopefully you had a good morning and that you had a good time on your stream. and I appreciate you bringing your community over to hang out with me while I build shit and talk a lot. Um, what I've been doing is I've been updating my factories so they actually look like factories instead of just a mess. So I'm doing a test run where I'm reworking some of it, and I'm just at the point where I'm starting to hook up power and get things actually working. So yeah, and I may ping you on the side because I still haven't quite figured out the combat. I'm sure it makes sense with that little 5-pointed star thing, but for the life of me, I've not figured it out. So we'll see how that goes for me. But I was watching you, and some of the stuff you learned looked pretty interesting and fun. So good stuff. But for those, I think we share a lot of the same friends. But for those who are in Graybeard's stream that don't know me, my name is Abyss. I go by Abyss Leaper, Abby sometimes. I have been confused with several other Abbies that use purple in chat. I play all kinds of crap. I am very much a charity streamer. So I do this for fun. But my whole shtick here is if I make boo-boo big enough, like I die, or I bust my power grid and have to go restart it, that I talk about the charity. But basically any income goes to support Games for Love, which is a charity that supports kids who are in the hospital, gets them games and game systems, and in some cases the charity, the people that run it, go play games with them, and that is very much something I believe in. Started off as an idea that I got good on the combat, that's cool. But the started off as one of the places I hang out in the mornings. Does this thing called Club First, where he dies. He talks about charity and asks for a small donation. And the thinking there, and I agree with it completely, is small donations over time end up being big dollars at the end of the year. So that's what I'm doing. It's a good time. All right. And then I am partnered with Rome 5309. He's on a hiatus, but that doesn't mean I won't continue to support the man. He's the one that turned me on to this particular charity. So you may see occasionally, I haven't seen it pop up yet, but you may see a bot message come up. In fact, I should look at that. That definitely should have popped up. But it's bound to at some point. Anyway, that's my deal, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so I've got power. That's what I was up to here. Because I changed this layout, I now have to move some of my power poles and routing a little bit to account for the fact that I just changed how it all works. So that's what we're going to do next. So what I don't want is my power clipping through the buildings. Moderately okay with it kind of clipping through some of the environment. I don't want to clipping through my buildings because, my immersion suffers. All right, so that's going to go, let's just say it's going to go here. And we're going to turn it around, so I'll turn around so it looks halfway decent. And then that goes here. And as I talk through this in my head, all right, we got that, That's now powered. So this will start doing stuff when it has inputs to deal with. I need to do a few more things here while I'm getting my act together. Yep, so we know power is working because that guy started. We're now going to, I need to get a big old fatty belt. No, 3E, there. Big old fatty belt. And there we go. And what we're, so just for those of you that were paying attention, what we're expecting to see is a couple of things. This should this should go populate all the belts in here. And the same thing should happen over here. Once it's full, you'll see stuff go down this area, this line, and this line to here, and then go out to that awesome sink. That's the plan. All right, Graybeard. I would say enjoy adulting. I had to go out and do some adulting this morning. Yeah, it's no fun. So get it done as quickly as possible and come back to the fun stuff. But thanks for coming by. Always appreciate you, man. And I'm very glad that you are part of our circle of friends. Now comes the real fun. Yeah, you know, I should probably take a look at that. It's not supposed to grab... well, I need to go look at it. I think I can tell it not to grab any other text. Or I'll fiddle with it. Yeah, because they probably changed something on the back end. Because what I did, it's supposed to grab you, not any text there. It's just supposed to say who entered it, and add that to it. So it's probably something on the back end that they changed that I wasn't paying attention to. All right. So, remember what I was saying a little bit ago about this overflowing properly? We just got it to overflow, which is good. So that is now all going into the awesome sink, which is intended. Now comes the real fun. This is where I may have to admit that I'm an idiot. Is going to need to go up top, make sure that I've got things powered. All right, that all looks good. These should all be full. They're full. Excellent. Oh no, that is unacceptable. Okay, these have no output. That's fine. Let's take a look. It doesn't have any rock quartz. Why doesn't it have rock quartz? Do any of these have rock quartz? No. Okay, so this is what... Yeah, all right, buddy. This is what I was afraid of. So what this is supposed to do, or what it looks like it's supposed to do, is supposed to just connect. But you would expect to see this full of raw quartz. Should be full. It's not full. But it also doesn't have power, and I know I fixed this earlier. So we're going to do a few things. We're going to put our power tit back on. Mark 1 power tit. Okay, that is good. Then say connect power tit to here. And power tit to here. Delete that cable because I don't need it anymore. Okay, so that's thing 1. We're going to get this tree out of the way with our handy dandy chainsaw. It's only, you know, minor and slight deforestation. It's fine. It's just fine. It's all fine. And then there's Mr. What the hell did I do? My power tit's off center. Should be there. All right, so we'll get that fixed. All right. All right. Let's get that done. Get that fixed. And then we'll figure out why my factory didn't work. Grr. Grr, grr, grr. Grr, I say. Okay. That's gone. That's gone. Well, actually, now that I look at it, I know exactly why it didn't work. Because I'm an idiot. All right. Boom. That is that. And my lovely do I have enough to do? All right. And that now. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Okay. Hell yeah. My machines are machining. Now let's see if they're actually machining. Look at that. They're actually machining. And they're actually doing what they're supposed to. Now, the cool thing is, and I don't know if I talked about this before, but this is a manifold setup, so it does take a little bit to spin up. But this is exact. So this will fill up, then this will fill up, and then that'll fill up, and then once it's reached capacity, it'll be just fine. But that worked. Awesome. That is beautiful. Now I need to put power tits over here. I think I'm gonna do the power tits on the other side though. Okay, that is beautiful. And I'm gonna leave. I think I'm gonna leave the concrete foundation. I'll leave the base of the factory as this metal thing. But let's do the. Nope. I'm gonna put the power tit exactly where I had it before. Let's make sure I get it the right place this time. I'll do a single wall outlet right there. Delete you. I've seen people do it where they actually have power poles in here and everything, and I just don't like the way it looks. So I do have to go cut down a few trees because we can't have things clipping through our business here. All right, connect you to you. And then eventually I should see stuff coming out the other side. Let's get the chainsaw back out because I think it's you that's causing me grief. Yep, it is you. And it was just you. And there we go. You see them? They're actually going where they belong. That is beautiful. The other thing that I should do is okay, we're gonna do that. How will be interesting. I want to know what exactly my output looks like. So I'm expecting 225 a minute. And there's a logistics doohickey. Is it logistics or organization? Yeah, conveyor throughput. And what this should tell me, yes, I love that. Yeah, so this will run, and eventually it will measure an output. And we're going to do the same thing over here. And that'll tell me if I've reached my efficiency goals. Yeah, conveyor throughput. Yeah, right there. And eventually what'll happen is we will have... oh, that's beautiful. Okay, this surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, maybe surprisingly for me, surprisingly worked well. And I only had to fix just a little bit. And yeah, away it goes. Okay. The only thing I need to look out for as I do this is whether or not I have any backup. But this should just run. And that's what we wanted it to do. All right. We doing good on time? Yep, we are. I don't need to do that just yet. All right. We got this working. So this I would expect to speed up, and we should hit 135 pretty soon. We're pretty darn close, and we're using all of our output. And it's only a little bit wonky in a few spots. And I think maybe what I'll do is I'll figure out how to just put a ladder or something there. Anyway, this was good. This was actually really good. And I've got, okay, take care of that dismantle crate. I probably don't need the stacks and stacks of crap that I've got. What's in here? Oof. Yeah, I don't need the stacks and stacks of crap that I got. So let's do this. I'm pretty sure I'm full. Yeah, I am. So we're just going to do that. And we're going to get rid of that. And then when I go here, I can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. And hold on to my concrete. I'll hold on to you. I'll pick you up. That is one less piece of crud on my map. So now we have 2 factories that are utilizing all my output, and actually, unsurprisingly, they are using. I've got a decently closed system that will just work, and I've got overflow handled. Come on, get where I want you to go, right there. Yeah, that will be just fine. And I expect this to do exactly what it's doing. And hopefully it doesn't get too backed up. But what this will do is it keeps my power, consistent. Unless I'm saying that. Let's take a look at our power pole and see what that did to us, because that should have increased our output. We'll talk to you later, Geyser. Yeah, okay. So I've got enough things not working the way I intend them to that I've got quite a bit of headroom right now, but if I have everything running, I'm at the point where I've got to start dealing with oil and fuel generators. I don't know if I'll get to that today. All right, but that thing 1 actually worked out pretty well, and there's only a few minor doodads. I like this. All right, let's go back to our main area and start cleaning things up. I'm hoping this stupid thing isn't up here, but nope, good. There's usually one of those big, not the hatcher, not the spitter, but the nightmare fuel. It's usually up here, but he's not there. I think he's going to be gone because I've got too many machines too close to here. Okay. Oh, don't be that way. There. Yeah. Yeah, while I was playing offline, I managed to get some poison filters built, which is good. I can go in there and not die immediately, which is nice. Yay, me. All right, so we want to do. I want to deal with that right now. No, I don't. I've got to go through and ideally I go through and I upgrade a bunch of stuff, right? Where I've got these guys, I upgrade the drill to Mark II, drop what I need to drop there. But as what I'd like to do is start to dismantle some of these early factories for what I just did. And avoid having to do too much custom stuff. Yeah, see, I have a whole bunch of ingot production down here that I'm not using. And I really need to use it. But okay. Why don't we do this? Okay, so that's copper. That's all fine. I guess let's start with, yeah, let's start with what I said I was going to do. I've got factories that do stuff. I can probably reasonably deal with all of this by dropping down a couple of factories that I can then consolidate the outputs to. Because right now, it is... I don't think I've upgraded any of these. So I guess let's start with that. No, don't be that way. All right, these are Mark 1 belts. Fine. I don't need to have so many belts anymore. I can consolidate. Have I updated the miners? Yeah, Mark 2 miner. Fine. Mark 2 miner. Fine. Mark 2's... I think this gives me a grand total of, yeah, 360. That is all fine. Let's just start to clean this up. Not just yet. All right, so what we want to do though... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Damn it. I absolutely did not want to do what I just did. So that's 360. Hold on. Conveyor, conveyor. I'm doing 360, right? Yeah, I am. So I guess I need to take it out anyway. So this needs to be Mark 4 belt. That does not need to be a Mark. Oh, that can be a 1. No, that cannot be a 1. It has to be a Mark 2. Oof. I'm losing my damn mind. This needs to be the Mark 4. So we're just gonna get this sorted right now. So we're gonna do a merger right here. We're going to take a Mark 4 belt. Mark 2, 3? Yeah, 240. Fine. I will do that. Nope. All right. That goes there. It's fine. And then this would be a Mark 2 belt. All right, 3. Don't think I want... Oh, no, that's fine. Just get that there. Yeah. Thank you for that. Turn this to concrete. Get that sorted. Good. That's all fine so far. That's good. All right, now we have to start dismantling all of this other stuff. And I guess the question is, how do I want to do this? No, you know what? Actually, I think I know what I can do. I don't need to rebuild all of it. I just need to do that. I didn't have the belts to handle all of the... They didn't have the belts to handle all the inputs, so I don't need to rebuild this just yet. All right, so let's do this. There, that's what I need to do. So we're gonna do that there, that there. We'll upgrade that guy. That's just fine. I need to do Mark 1 belts. Flippity flap. Didn't get it lined up properly. No. Okay, do that. There. Try it again. Mark 4 you selecting like I like to? There we go. KB, you're definitely fueling my caffeine addiction. Thank you. All right. This, I don't think I'm going to rebuild this down here. I think what I've decided is I'm going to, cheers KB. And thank you for washing it down. Much better. All right. I'm going to clean that guy up. And that will definitely fill up those. I also don't need to. Yeah, so we're gonna just upgrade these belts. Here, here, there, there, there. Like that. Oh. What have I just done? Oh, that's why. I need to rotate this guy 90 degrees so we take you, oops, take you out, and this is where I need you go to. You need to be there. Yeah. Okay, so you go there. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. You. Nope. Here to here. Oh, and you need to be turned that also. Fine. There we go. Alright, we need to get rid of some things. Because this would be a game if it were easy. And we say that. And do I need to upgrade these guys? I probably should. All right. So what we've done so far now is we have consolidated our belts. So we have one line feeding all of these iron smelters. I'm not going to do a factory. I am going to significantly cut down on my concrete usage down here, though. What we are going to do, though, yeah, I guess that'll work. And what I should do is start upgrading these belts until I run out of concrete. Now I can dismantle this stuff up here. Yeah, okay. And then I'm out, which is fine. I'm going to leave the supports there for now. I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff on top, though, because I'm not using it anymore. That is all good. And that should clean this up considerably. Let's do this. I think we're gonna leave this here. I'm not gonna repaint it just yet, because that is not gonna be any fun. Let's think about our concrete now, shall we? I have a Mark I miner doing 45 a minute, and it's overclocked. That can be improved. Of course it can. Let's look at my blueprints for concrete. All right, so if I give it 270 a minute, I get 90 per minute concrete out the door. That could be useful. So maybe what I do is this. I upgrade this to, can I upgrade it to a Mark II miner? I haven't done it yet. Ah, balls. I can't just yet because I'm out of concrete. All right. We solve that now. I don't know if we solve that now or not. Maybe we do. Because we're not really pumping out a whole lot. 45, 15 a minute. Yeah. So, all right, let's just do this. Let's just put down a crafting bench. And I'll just make some real quick. Copy. Standard parts. Cased industrial beams. I don't need that many of them. But I do need some. And I'm going to have to empty my inventory soon. So there's a lot of had I planned this out a little better, I would have maybe done things just a little bit differently, but it is what it is. I'll just let this run for a bit. Make sure my family is all set. So far, so good. All right. Don't have anything going on. That is excellent. All right. Good stuff. I now have enough. Okay, now I have enough to do this. Let's just get it upgraded while I am here. And standing in front of it. Alright, so it is now overclocked. Okay, so it's not overclocked any longer than doing 60 a minute. And if I were to overclock it, I could be getting it to 120 per minute. Let me just check something here real quick. That's 60 a minute, not overclocked. See what this guy is. So maybe what I do is I just run all of the concrete over here, and I put my concrete factory here as well. So is this one upgraded? No. All right. And then what's my blueprint again? 270. Yeah, so if okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to overclock it. We're going to use these two to get us 270 per minute of concrete, and then I can feed one factory. Yep, that is what's going to happen. Production 2. Yes. And then we overclock. I think. My goal was 135, so I need basically 4 more shards, which I have in my inventory. And I've got to take them all out, of course, which, yeah, I guess it's expected. But we say 135. At 225%, that gets us exactly what we need to run that factory. That is perfect. We'll copy this setting. We've got to upgrade some belts, which I think we can do. I think we have to solve our encased beam problem next. But it does mean we can do this, though. That's 100. Okay, there we go. We can upgrade this to Mark III. Actually, we don't need to. Yeah, actually, we have to upgrade it to Mark III. Because this. Actually, this has to go. Okay. Go. What I will do before I screw things up too badly is I'm going to stop production. I'm going to stop this going up the top until I'm ready. Because right now I'm not ready. This goes, this goes, this goes, and that goes. All right. We're gonna grab ourselves some concrete because we need the belts to be clear, and I don't really feel like doing it the hard way. Yeah, I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I guess I'll let it drain while I upgrade belts. Yeah, let's do that. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? I've got more than enough steel. And I got more than enough steel production just now, so that's all good. You need to be a Mark III lift. Yeah, then we do need to remove this one, I think. Okay, so what we have here is... Thank you for reminding me that I've been playing 2 hours. Fix it. We now have enough to power our, or to feed our factory. Not power it necessarily, but feed it. Oh, and I missed ads. Apologies. Normally I'd call that out, but I was so focused on getting this concrete stuff done that I completely forgot. All right, so let's take a look, shall we? Blueprints. Concrete. Okay, so there's the input and the output. I need to move a few things, but that is okay. So I can just drop, the best part is I can just drop this right on top. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Let's take a look at that. See if it works. Yeah, I don't like the way that looks. I just need to have it in a slightly different place. So we're going to nudge it that way and this way. And ads are over. Welcome back. Apologies for missing those. I really need a ding or a bell. The ads need to have a bell. That way I don't miss them. All right. And there we have our next little factory. I think I am going to turn this into concrete though. Because why not while I'm here? Yep. Concrete, concrete, concrete. Yep, I know, like I realized I just said I wasn't going to do it. Here I am doing it. Well, that's fine. All right. All right, good. Good. Yeah. Okay. All right, so here's what we need to do. We know we need 270. No, we're getting... Am I an idiot? I need 360 limestone. I don't have 300. I don't have 360 limestone. I've got 135. Can I get it to that? I can only send it 300. Damn it. Okay, well, let's think this through. Let's put 90 minutes of concrete. So, where do I have another limestone? Let's ask that question next. I'm pretty sure I had limestone that I wasn't using yet. Okay, it's over there. Bugger. All right, so as I look at that, oh, you can't see underneath of there, which is fine. Well, hell. How do I solve this particular problem? I'm out of limestone. I can't, because I'm a dunderhead. Well, I take that back. Let's check it. All right, so 45 permitted in. Okay, I am a dunderhead. All right, so okay, I see what I did. This is not overclocked, so this is 45. That's 90. 180, and another 90 is 270. It's 270 in. So my math is right, and my sign is wrong. It's 270, not 360. And I am not as big of a dunderhead as I thought. All right, so what we're going to do is this. We're going to still need... Okay, can't do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a merger. Merger. We're going to put a merger right there. Nice straight belt. Good. This one we're going to take down. And we're going to put it down again, but face it this way. And then we're going to take this. Oh, I don't want curved, I want straight. Yes. And then want it to be straight here, right? Yep, we do. And then all right, so what we've learned is, okay, dad joke. A man tried to sell me a coffin today. I told him that's the last thing I need. Fair point. Absolutely fair point. We are going to do a little power work now. How are we going to deal with power here? I got to move it anyway, so let's add a little pole. I'll just move you here. Delete you. Did I just delete? Now I need to put my power tit. I don't remember which side it should be on. But let's go inside and find out, shall we? Ah, it's over there. Of course it is. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna update this. So I've got the opportunity to put one on either side. Oh, so what kind of tea did you make, Thumbs? I think I have, and Jay has been very helpful in reminding me that I had to eat crow and tell him that I actually enjoyed Yorkshire Gold. So my boss is very much a tea drinker, and I was talking to him yesterday about tea and how did he put it? I asked him what tea he drank. And he said Yorkshire, and I said, well, Yorkshire Gold? And he's like, no, that's the expensive, but it's the expensive one, I think is what he said. And like, so what do you drink? Then he's like, Yorkshire Red. He said, I drink that because it's stronger. So I was chatting with my wife. So apparently I'm going to have more Yorkshire tea in my house. And I'll have to try the red as well, because if it's stronger, I am all about beverages that make my hair stand up, what little I have left. Maybe one of these days, when I am on, maybe I'm on vacation, I'll do an after dark stream where I can make actually one of my new favorite drinks. And that new favorite drink is, and I think I'm going to make this building and put the power tits on both walls. That way, doesn't matter which orientation I have the building in, it'll just work. And I can swap it back and forth. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, so Mr. Power Tit. All right, I need you, because I need the Mark II. It seems kind of wasteful. I really only need a Mark I. I need it. Where do I need the Mark I? I really only need it here. And I need to connect this to that. Yeah, that'll work. Connect you to you. You. There we go. There. Now I can just connect power to the outside. That is SMRT Smart. And then I can just do this. What did I do? I don't want. Oh, okay. Let's fix that. I don't need power tits on both sides. So I just broke it again. Okay, so I will make some in my record. Dude, that sucks. I hate that for you, because my least favorite thing in the entire world is new appliances. In fact, fun fact, the quote, the KB is quote 2. Quote 2 was said by my wife after our refrigerator died, and we were going to get a new refrigerator. All right, well, everything is working downstairs, giggity, and now I just need to connect the upstairs stuff. And I think what I can do is do this. I don't want it curved, I want it default. And then I want that straight. And boom. My factory now works. And now I've broken it because it's hitting slow shit now. Let's put in logistics. But yeah, that when it rains, it snows. Absolutely 100% my wife, when we found out we had to go buy a new refrigerator that we hadn't planned on. All right, so we're good there, we're good there, we're good there. Good. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can actually do this. All right, we're gonna do that. We'll add Okay, that didn't work. Copy. Paste. There you go, KB. We now have more quotes. There, I like that. I like that very much. And I am absolutely, I can actually see him typing that out. Totally. All right. So what we have here is we've got upgraded ore, we've got upgraded concrete, which is exactly what we want. And then we're going to just upgrade this whole entire chain. And I'm actually going to fix, yeah, we're going to fix this too. Because it's just stupid wasteful of space. All right, so we, organization, dimensional depot. Or, yep. Okay. We're good. We got to do some upgrades. Oh, we got to upgrade that guy too. Fine. All right, so that's all good. Yeah. Yeah. So we got a Mark III lift, Mark III belt, Mark III belt. We go back to belts here. We're going to do a big happy belt there. Upgrade that to Mark III, right? Yeah. How are we doing on? Yeah, we're good. Okay. And then we're, yeah. All right. Good, good, good. I'm gonna let that buffer fill up. That's fine. Do we have any more belts to upgrade? I don't think we do. Yeah, I don't think we do. Do we have to upgrade that guy? No, it's already there. We got a little bit of room back. That's fine. Do we want to go down and fix that one? Because it's way the hell over there. We could. Let me just make sure that my blueprint. I know the description's wrong. Let's just check, shall we? Oh, the description's right. The sign is wrong. Fine. 270 per minute limestone. 90 limestone out. I think that's a lot more than we're sending right now. So let's go do that. But first, let's see what we can. Okay, I've got all this open space now. So we're going to. I always inadvertently delete shit. I hate that. Dimension depot, bingo. That's fine. I could replace this with a smart splitter. And probably should. Okay. So I built a little factory to process stuff. Where do I want to put it? Blueprints. So one of them is, which one is it? Oh, it's other constructors. All right. I don't have enough space yet. That's fine. I think once I get this cleaned up, I can get that cleaned up, and I can get those things cleaned up also. Yeah, this is this particular stage of the game. You unlock so much stuff, and you've got to make a decision whether you want to rebuild. And I think I'm going to end up rebuilding because I'm now not terribly space efficient. And I really want to increase production. So I think we're going to pivot. And our pivot is going to be, we've got more than enough concrete. And it's all doing its thing. We've got our production of steel is good. We've got more than enough pipes. We've got more than enough beams. Again, not being terribly efficient with space. We haven't upgraded to things like smart splitters just yet. They slap these down super quick. But I need to get to a place where I can start manufacturing a few things that I am not doing very well. Okay. We have, I think this is fine. So we got a couple of things, a couple of choices. We need to make steel, and we need to make encased steel beams, which means we need to increase our steel production in order to accommodate. And I think I've got that streamlined enough where I can drop a couple of foundries. Well, let's look. So I've got a factory that I take 240 per minute iron ingots and 240 per minute coal, and I output 360 steel ingots. I can then do, well, that one factory will do 90 steel beams. I take the 360 out of that factory and convert it directly into beams. I've got another one that I take in 600 iron ingots by 300, and I get 150 pipes. I need at least one of each of those. And then I need to do one that feeds an encased pipe factory. Where is that? That's an assembler. That's this guy. So, so that takes 17 steel pipes, and I could overclock that to probably get it to a reasonable number. And 60 concrete that does 12 encased industrial pipe. Because that would unblock me from building. Yeah, let's just double check here. So what I need to be able to do, I need to be able to build motors, and I need motors, and I need encased stuff, build refineries, in order to build and I need them both to do extractors. I really should focus on the encased stuff and motors, and then that will get me over the next hump. The rest of it I can deal with after the fact. Like refineries will help me convert the oil into fuel, but I need motors for that. So yeah, so we're gonna focus on, we'll do motors first, I guess. And then we'll come back and do this. I'll probably end up doing this off stream. Maybe I'll do it while I'm traveling, but so I can perhaps free up this space. So it's like this area up here is only going to be for elevator parts, and I'll decentralize just a little bit because there's a lot of iron. There's a lot of iron over in this general vicinity, among other things, but there's a lot of iron there. So okay, that I think will work. That's Sam. Yeah, I think that'll work. But we need basically motors. And Axe Boy was so nice enough to show me. Okay. Miska did. Okay, rebuild ink. Okay, I've done some of that. we've done some of that. So we're really going to focus on encased beams. Oops. Yeah. And motors. And that's what we're going to do right now. And I've got a motor factory that I built first. So why don't we do this? We're going to go down this way. Oh, I can. Okay, I can get rid of this eventually. That's good. Let's see what we got. And I'm running all of that on literally on 2 smelters. Like, this is the thing I should upgrade first. All right. What do we got coming in here? Okay, so I haven't upgraded any of this. Okay. This is iron. Okay, that's right. So iron is fine. But if I convert it to... I take this and convert this iron ore. This is, yeah. I've got 2 of these that I haven't upgraded yet. So let's see if I can do that now. Production 2. Yes, I can. Okay, so that's 60 a minute now. This will be 120 a minute by the time I'm done. And it's not overclocked, so I've got 120 minute there. I need to upgrade some belts, so let's just do that. Actually, I don't need to upgrade this belt. I need to upgrade it after this. R2. So it can at least handle the capacity. I am looking forward to the day where I have the hover thing. And that's looking good. Okay. All right, so if it highlights in yellow, it's upgradable. Good. Okay, so that's fine. So that's at 120. That is fine. Yeah, oh God, this is a mess. I remember now. This is a mess. This is it. This is a Mark II, so that'll do 120. Let's go. Let's go back and check these extractors. So this is all backed up because I don't have a sink over here and I don't have a smart splitter. So, nor do I have... Okay. All right. We're gonna... Part of the fun of this is you find problems that you created. And I need to have a workbench, so I'll just drop it down. I need to build some of those doodads. Sam. Industrial parts. Is that it? No. Electronics. Need SAM fluctuators. Oh, not enough space. What do I have here that I can get rid of? Yeah. Oh, I know what I can do. I turn biomass leaves into, yeah. This into biomass. I'll do the wood. That'll free me up some space. And then... that freed up some space. I can do some solid biofuel now. Yeah, there we go. I think I'll go until this stack of 170 is gone. Yeah, see, I've got enough parts that I could build motors by hand, but I don't want to sit here and listen to the tink, 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 tink for 15 minutes. So I need to do dimensional storage there, and I need to put an awesome sink over here. So any of the overflow, once the inventory is full, will be taken care of. All right, what else are we gonna put up here? No, the graybeard is no longer there. Yeah. Boy up. All right. Good. How's everyone else doing on Saturday? Hopefully everybody's okay. Oh, I said I was gonna stop. No, I did. All right. Now I've got some free space that I can now make some of these guys. I think I need 10. I need to actually build 2 of them, so I probably should. I'll do 20. Eventually, I will automate this production, so I don't have to come and do it by hand all the time. All right, so now say is station, yeah. Dimension depot. That means my AI limiters are getting stored now. And am I storing Caterium? Yeah, I am. Okay. So I did finish that. But let's make sure we have a dimensional depot there, because eventually I'm going to need lots of that. There. I think this one is fine, but it'll eventually get full. So I need to handle the overflow. And so now that these guys are running again, let me check power real just briefly. Yeah, okay, so we're up to 1200 now. I still have production lines that aren't functioning just yet. Okay, let's do this. Trees. Your days are numbered. Because I'm tired of flipping through my shit. And eventually I'll convert this over to concrete. Oh, John, you missed so much. No, I'm kidding. We were able to test out the factory templates that I built actually work. I only think I only had one minor little issue with one of them, and it was not even really an issue. I missed hooking something up outside of my factories, but they ended up working, which is good. I am going to get rid of you. I'm going to put down an awesome sink here. And we'll just put you right there. Now, is this going to hang over the back? Probably. It isn't. Good. Oh, God. Yes, that blind man did not see that well. Nope, he didn't. He did not. And yes, ouch. Big old ouch. We're going to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade my pole down there. Giggity. So it just connects there. All right, that'll just work now. This is now working. I need to put a smart splitter here. And it's logistics. No, it's logistics. Smart splitter. And we're going to say center as any. Overflow. Yeah, it does a few things actually. One of the things it does, it's the one that's doing the notifications for the for ads being run. ADR, thanks for the alert, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Happy Saturday. All right, that's good. Let me just upgrade Mr. Belt over here. All right, so we're good here. This is fine for AI limiters. Now I got a way to store them. I've got a pile of them. If I need them, that is good. So we got distracted a little bit. I think this is fine for now. I think I have this tuned well enough that as long as it keeps producing, then we're good. Awesome. All right. What do we got? Yeah, that's good. So the only thing I really need to do is build some overflow here. So I can get rid of that. Yeah. Can I put an awesome sink down here? Really hate to, but yeah, I really hate to, but it just would be too logistically painful to do it another way right now. And I don't really want to rebuild this just yet. So yeah, we're just gonna put another one down here. They're cheap, if I remember correctly. Yeah, cheap and easy. All right, so let's hop down and see how badly it's gonna clip. No, it's not gonna clip at all. Okay, that works. And then we're gonna put a smart splitter. Q. Logistics. Yes, smart splitter. Put it right there in the middle. We are going to say center output in any overflow is on the left. We're just gonna go right there. That way this line keeps running 100% of the time. And we just need power. Where am I gonna get power from, you might say? I don't know. Don't know where I'm getting power from just yet, but I think we're gonna do it right there. Why you clip? 1 second, John, and I will answer that. There. All right. So I think I've got this sorted. All right. So I'll stop to answer that question because it's a good one. I first heard about Justin TV back in the early 2010s. I think if I get that timeline right. I don't remember exactly when. I remember hearing about it, and I, like probably most people, went, what the hell's that? In the mid 2010s, in the time I was living in Massachusetts, and we didn't have family there at all. All of our family was here on the West Coast where we're at now. And I was looking for something to do. So I said, heck, I've heard of this thing. I've heard of this thing, Twitch. I don't really know what it is, but I'll check it out. The first person I went to go see was... Crap, what's her actual username? Her name is Liz. She was playing Division 2 at the time because I was playing Division 2. And I'm drawing a blank on her actual username. But I started hanging out there, and I lurked a lot. I didn't really type. But her chat and her community was very... Actually, I'll be honest. The first time I went in there, I'm like, oh, these people are weird. And then I realized that they were my kind of weird. And I started chatting in there. And that's how I met people like Scott FP, Scram 85, and a few others. I wish I could remember her username now. I think she was in Kentucky at the time, and then she moved to the West Coast, and then she moved back to Kentucky, and I think that's where she's at now. But she's super fun, right? She eventually started raiding into people, and it was Damn It to Hell, the first one that the first time she raided into there, and I'm like, oh wow, these people are kind of cool. And that's what got me into Twitch. And eventually I started meeting a whole bunch of other streamers and whatnot. Now back in 2020, before I moved, I'm like, oh, this is actually the streaming part isn't that hard to do. I'm kind of interested in trying it because again, during the pandemic, my wife was stuck in Idaho, um, taking care of her dying aunt, and I was home with my kids and working remote, and I was looking for something to do in the evenings, and so ended up going live then. And then when we moved back, I kind of kept on doing it, but it wasn't something I was doing full time. I still hung out with folks and hung out in streams, but it wasn't something that I realized that I kind of like doing it. I enjoyed talking to people and got very used to telegraphing what I was talking about. So that's kind of what got me, the reason I started doing it. And my job is in technology. I'm usually pretty busy. So this wasn't something I was ever looking to make a career out of. And still am not. But I did realize that I could start to do good in the world with it by raising awareness and all of that stuff for things that I cared about. So that's kind of how it kind of progressed. But I didn't look at streaming as it was really just a way to continue to socialize during the pandemic. That was the big thing. Before that, it wasn't something that I was ever that much into. If I was not playing one night, I would turn it on. Now it's, generally speaking, I have at least 2 windows open all the time. So that's kind of how I got into it. But no, that's a super good question, because I think people get into it for a lot of different reasons. But mine was purely social, and I've actually met some really, really great people. Met some total douche canoes too, but for the most part, the communities that I hang out with regularly are full of some really genuinely nice people that I would love to hang out with in real life. So it was something that I'm glad I did, for certain. Hopefully that answered your question. It was definitely a lot deeper than I was intending to get on a Saturday, giggity. But it's definitely a good thing to ask. I think people get into streaming for very different reasons. Okay, so that's 120 a minute. Have I upgraded these belts yet? No. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, so we're good. I've got 240 ore coming into my little area over here. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, it's like I like past question of the day. I'm curious what got other people into streaming, because I think everyone is different. All right, so I've got steel production, good there. I've got, now when I scoped out this area, switching back to game, when I scoped out this area, I noticed there was limestone right there, in hopes that I could repurpose some of this stuff for steel production. So that's what we're gonna look at. Oh, did I upgrade this one? Must have. Let's look real quick. All right. No, I haven't. All right, that's what we're gonna do next. This should get me to 240 coal. 240. Do I have enough? Yes, I do. And if that's 240, it means I need to have Mark III belts. All right, upgrade you. Need to have Mark IV lift. Go back to my belts. Good. Again. I apologize for anyone who's getting motion sick with that. Okay, that's conveyor Mark III, conveyor Mark III. Conveyor lift Mark III, good. Yep, that is beautiful. Right. That needs to be Mark III conveyor. Okay. So, let us think. Let us carefully consider our options here. Coal. I am hoping that I can do something very good here. So for this ingot factory, I need 240 per minute iron ingots, 240 per minute coal. So the coal is where I need to be, right here. Absolutely. And that gets me 280 ingot outputs. That is good. So the foundry part I can just drop here. Let's see what our iron ingot iron smelters do. Okay. So I don't have enough to feed this. Means I need another 120. All right. Now I've got two choices. Let's look at this again. Because squirrel. I need... This will produce 360 if I go at 360. That leaves me 120 extra. That's fine. So let's... is there more iron ore close by? I guess that's the question. Got that one, got that one. Oh, shit. Shit. Impure. Okay, so I very much have more than enough iron here to do what I want to do. That's a normal one. Oh, there's two normals. Okay, so we've got lots of options to deal with our steel problem. But how are we going to deal with it? So I need 360. I really only need... I'm just going to overclock these for now. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to overclock these. I think I can use those other nodes at some point for something else. So let's see what we can do. I'm probably going to have to upgrade these belts yet again. That's probably what's going to happen, but we'll get it fixed. Because we still have motors to deal with. What's it gonna get us? Yeah, there's all that iron ore over there. Okay, forgot that was there. What can we do here? Okay, so that's not enough block. Oh shit, this will be easy. I get that to 90. I upgrade this to a Mark II belt. Yeah. I don't need to build a whole lot. I just need to upgrade some belts. That'll work. Okay. So this one gets overclocked once to 90. We upgrade Mr. Belt. That way we're good there. All right, what's this? That's a Mark II belt. I need to upgrade that to Mark III. Fine. We'll do that to the other ones. And that will solve our problem. And this will definitely make life easier. You know, I think part of the fun, what I did in my last game was I would try to plan out a factory and then I'd spend a bunch of time building it. Now what I'm attempting to do is plan out the modules for a factory and then build it. Okay, so we're good there. I know that that's got enough input. We need to start, might as well upgrade my belts here while I'm at it. Good. And I can just just overclock those two belts and use that other iron for something else, which I am certain I'm going to need. All right, so we're good there. Now what I need to do now is I know I need to upgrade these to Mark II belts. That guy too. And that guy. Then put power shard in 150%. Good. Now if I were smart, I would do this and this. Okay, good. I upgraded both of those. Excellent. All right. So what that tells me now is this is ready to roll. I should, if I were smart, reskin this while I'm here. Customizer, concrete. Boom. Okay, we're good. Skinny McSkin. I should never utter that phrase ever again. It's terrifying. Yeah, concrete, good. All right, so we have a concrete pad that is good. Get that sorted. But what we're gonna do now is break all this shit. Because we have to build 2 factories. Right. We know we've got more than enough, so I'm actually going to peel this back just a little. All right, so our 2 factories are going to look like this. Let's reskin some of this stuff. Skin 2. Okay, so our iron is going to... How exactly am I going to deal with this? Nope. I could go up there. I suppose that might work. The problem with doing this, like when I'm playing this particular game, being able to see what you're doing is always a challenge. In fact, I think maybe I'll try to... All right. That's better. So what we need to do, we need to build our foundry. All right, steel ingots, 240 per minute iron ingots, 240 per minute coal. We know we've got coal. What am I missing? I'm missing steel beams. Huh. Okay. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. All right. How am I going to deal with this particular problem? Oh, for right now, maybe I'm not. While I'm up here, I might as well do a little bit of customization. I think I'm going to build... Yeah. Eventually, when I get the hover pack, this will be less painful. All right, we're going to get that. I think what needs to happen is I need to put a hole in the corner. And in this corner. And then I'll connect this, that, delete that. Then I'll connect this one here, there, and delete that. And we will put another one here. Yeah, okay, that at least clears out the space. So let's deal with our iron. Okay, so 9 times 4 is definitely 360. Okay. Okay. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I'll do a little more concrete there. It's probably underneath the ground, but that's okay. Yeah. I am generally okay with that. I got to do some power tit work. And that'll never not be funny to me. To say that out loud. So, all right, ads are going to start in a little bit. I'm going to let them run because I'm just going to be running belts. So we got that. Okay, I know that needs to be Mark 3, so we're going to just come here. And until I may have to get very creative here about my steel belt building. Because I used up a whole lot of stuff and now I'm not producing them anymore. That could be a problem. That could be a very big problem. All right, so let's hop down. At least now I can see. Ow. We're going to do a merger, which is that key there. All right. Okay, that's fine. Then we need to connect you. Oh, okay. I'm an idiot. And I say that not lightly. I say that because I have a whole storage thing full of steel. I just need to wait for it to get done here. All right, so I don't think I fixed this just yet. Yeah, I did. All right. We put. Oh no, I don't need I don't need the single tit. I need the double tit. And then we'll connect power here. That's my key. That's my key. That's my key. And then I can go back out here. Music to my ears. All right. All right, we're gonna get rid of that guy. Now I have to move this other factory building. So I get to go, this output needs, and I'm less than thrilled with this. That was the one thing that I didn't care about it because it kind of sticks out too far. But I can live with it for now. All right, we got about, oh, the ads just started. So let's, I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna go out this way. Then we'll get out my trusty chainsaw. Get rid of that. Yeah. Plans coming together. hoping that the act of sawing this keeps it from coming back. I honestly don't remember. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's see how we're doing here. Oh yeah, look, it's spinning up. That's what we wanted to do. We want that to be 360 a minute. Can I get rid of this guy? Yeah. Let's get this cleared out so I don't have to deal with it later. Right, there we go. Good, 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 good. All right. Doing. The kiddo's back. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. Love everything about that. Let's go back up here so I can see. All right, so we got that guy. KB, cheers, sir. And cheers. My bladder thanks you, KB. All right, so let's get our foundry. I should probably go grab a handful of those because I think I'm just missing steel beams. Oh, that's right. This one's kind of funky. Right, so I've got an output there, and I've got my inputs here. Oh no, I've got two. What the hell? What did I do? All right, I need to go grab some steel anyway, so let's go figure out what the hell I did. Yeah, go figure out what the hell I did. I don't need to run through the stanky McStank. Oh, I'm very happy with this, by the way. All right, that's still 60 a minute. That's fine. That's intentional. I haven't upgraded something up here. I don't remember which. Yeah, that one should be fine. What? Mark 2. No, those are fine. Why is it still 60 a minute? Is there something? Should be. No, this should not be at 60 a minute. Something here is going to turn yellow. What is it? Oh. Why are you being this way? Currently building. That's what it is. I thought I upgraded that. Oh, I bet it's in there. I probably have tier 1 belts in there. Yes, and I'm easily distracted. I admit it. Admit it. Something here is not tier 3. It's probably... No, it's tier 3. Oh, I know you're doing it on purpose. I know. I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. All right, so what I think is happening. I probably... what is this guy? That's three left. So I don't understand why this is still stuck at 60. Do I have a machine not running? Oh, it just hasn't spun up fully yet. That might be the problem. Or... I wonder, can I... No, I don't have enough to fill it up. Yeah, I do. All right, so one thing about manifolds, right, just as a general rule, they take a while to spin up. I thought this would have been spun up already. They spin up because the amount you're sending into the manifold is more than... well, let me rephrase. The amount that you're sending in will eventually overflow the first node, right? And that causes it to start going down to the second node. It's by design. But for whatever reason, I was trying to figure out why these weren't running. Like, they're all green, as they should be. Because this number, this output number, should be higher. It should be outputting 90, because every machine, you got 6 of them, they output 6 times 15 is 90. Right? Yeah. 3 times 30 is 90. It should be coming out at 90, and it's not. I'm guessing it's not because I did bad math. Okay, so... All right, and it's a 3-to-1 ratio. So if that's coming out at 90, 270 needs to be coming in. Is that my problem? Maybe it is. This should be at 135. That's the problem. This is not at 135. Well, that's why it's not filling up. 135 a minute. Done. That is my problem. Is that looks more balanced. That means 270 should be going in now. Just double check while I'm here. This other one should be at 135. And it is. Okay, so I didn't copy the config. That's fine. And I'm on the verge of saying that was poor gameplay. But right now I need steel. And I need to... There's something else I was going to do that I forgot about. Need steel beams. Oh, that's right. This whole production line is empty. Because... I'll grab a couple hundred. That should be fine. Well, actually, this will work because once I get my ingot production taken care of, I can continue to send whatever this needs up here. But yeah, that'll work. That'll work just fine. All right. That's expected to be empty. Why? What do I need to do here? Part of my problem here is that I'm trying to do way too many things at once, and I'm not finishing anything. All right, so that is, yep, my ingots. Oh, okay. I remember what the problem is. Boo. Boo. What are you doing?
Magic is impressive, but now Minsk
Oh,
leads.
no.
Swords for everyone.
Sonny. Sonny, thank you for the raid. How are you, friend? I had you up on my screen because I was spying on you. Thank you for the raid of 81 people. Hopefully you all are well. I don't really mean no, Sonny. Okay, so we normally are the ones that say that do what we're not supposed to do when you say no. That's how that works.
Make way, villainy. Hero coming through.
Mini Brox, thank you for the follow. Dee Dee, hello.
Make way, villainy.
Oh, my
Hero
lord.
coming through.
Nightmare, thank you for the follow. Delphin, thank you for the follow. Hello, Thomas. How are
Make
you?
way, villainy. Hero coming through.
Oh, my bot is gonna die today. That's awesome. Kill it, kill it, kill it, make it die. I'm building shit today. Sonny, how was the rest of your stream? I am lovely. I am my last. Actually, it's my last day to stream before I go on a work trip. I'm going to New York tomorrow morning, very early. But I thought I would go live to say hi to folks, and I've been hanging out with my pals, and now my other pals are here. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, Chronicles of Forest. I am so glad. I had Sunny up on my screen, with the sound turned down real low, and I was attempting to pay attention while I was fixing shit. Awesome, Chaos Knights, you did your job. That is so amazing. I'm glad that you're back, Sunny. I'm so glad that you're feeling well. Take care of yourself. Go get some water. Everything. But for folks that don't know me, I mod for Sunny. She was very graciously allowed me to help her out. I appreciate it. But if you don't know me, I'm Abyss Sleeper. I go by Abyss Sleeper, sometimes Abby, and other things. I play all kinds of games. This one. Sunny, yes, get some good rest. Take care of yourself. We have to have you healthy. It's an absolute must that we have you healthy. Yes, we can't live without the sun. I'm just going to say that. But Thomas, good to see you. Anyway, I was in the middle of introducing myself.
Make way, villainy. Hero coming through.
Harley Quinn, thank you for the follow, friend. Appreciate that. Welcome. I am, anyway, I was introducing myself. I'm Abyss Sleeper, Abby, whatever you want to call me. I play all kinds of stuff. Right now, I'm playing a factory game because it lets me solve problems, and that's how I get my serotonin hit for the day or days. And when I can focus, I try not to break too much. I'm in the middle of breaking shit now, which is nice. I know I was there. If you were in Sunny's earlier stream, she did mention what I am doing here. So you'll see, where is it? Yeah, right there. That little QR code and scrub first. Basically, what I got the idea from my friend Triple G, and he supports. And my bot isn't putting up those messages. I need to fix that. But anyway, he supports St. Jude, awesome charity, and is very worthy cause. But his idea was super cool, and I asked him if he would let me steal it, and he said absolutely. So capitalize on bad gameplay. Anytime I make a mistake, I will ask for a small donation if people can. If you can't, that's cool too. To the charity I support called Games for Love. It is a charity kind of like Child's Play, where they take game systems in to children at hospitals so they can be kids while they're being treated for horrible diseases or whatever they're being treated for, but it allows them to be kids, which is super neat. My twist on it though, my twist is I am donating any income I make from Twitch, subs, bits, cheers, whatever, donations, all of that gets donated. I had my first payout a couple of weeks ago, and I got on stream and matched it, and I try not to dox myself at the same time. I also am going to match any donations that are direct, and I think I'm going to do that on a quarterly basis. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. But right now, I am trying to build my factory and save humanity and mankind in Satisfactory, which is a huge fun game. Yeah, I know. Wandering. I try not to. I got to figure that out. I actually went and blurred out the. I went and blurred it out after the fact. What was that? What was that? Okay, I have to go look now. Who just donated? Holy shit balls! Who did that? I have. So the one thing I need to do. That alert is super fast. Oh, Eve of Death. Thank you. Now I need to go look. I appreciate you very much.
This behavior must not continue.
Nice.
Feel the burning stare of my hamster and change your ways.
Chronicle, thank you for the 100 bits. That is awesome. I need to go just do this real quick because I need to have. I've been trying to figure out how to get Tiltify alerts into my activity feed, and it just turns up. But Eve of Death, thank you so much. Let me just double check here. It's like it was. Thank you for your donation. I got to figure out how to get it to pop up on screen. But thank you so much. I very, very much appreciate it. At some point, I'll do goals, but kind of, I think, if you want to cause me pain, hurt my wallet. I don't know what my maximum will be, but I can almost guarantee that the goal number is the number that I, at the very least, will match throughout the year. So let's just keep that in mind. If I can get up there, that number, that will be fantastic. It'll be absolutely fantastic. But thank you so much. You guys are great. That's what I love about this community. John earlier asked what got me into Twitch, and I'll be honest, it's community. Community is the thing that got me into Twitch. Some of them are exceptionally terrible. This one is the opposite of that. It's exceptionally amazing. Everyone is amazing and generous and supportive and funny, and they make me laugh. And I do my best to try to make them laugh too. Sometimes I'm successful, but yeah, it's so awesome. I really, really appreciate it. Okay.
Make way, villainy! Hero coming through!
Rooster, thank you for the follow. Thank you. You all are fantastic. Hopefully you're having a good time. I know it's always a good time in Sunny's channel. I love her to death. And I'm glad you're deciding to hang out here, and thank you for the support. It's great. All right. What was I doing? I was trying to fix the stuff that I have been upgrading.
Make way, villainy! Hero coming through!
Lost Cause, thank you for the follow, sir. And if I get your gender wrong, let me know. I will change it. I do my best to address people how they like to be addressed. Howdy. All right, so got a little bit of work to do here, but what we're gonna do, we're just gonna. I have that whole problem where I'm like that dog in Up, where I'll get started on something, I'll get distracted because squirrel, and I forget what I'm doing. So we're gonna get that going. I think I had this all set up so it would just work. Hey, what did I do? Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to? That's a splitter. Yes, if you haven't, okay, so if you've never played this game, it is, how do I describe it? It can be overwhelming. It absolutely can be overwhelming. I think I just didn't get my splitter in the right place. But the whole deal is you start small, and okay, so I get a huge serotonin hit from solving problems. So that's part of the reason that my career is the way it is. All right, so that's working again. So no more running out of stuff. I'll fix that later. All right, so I got my, and I've of course forgotten what I was doing. Okay, I was getting steel beams so I could go down back down here and fix it. And then I saw 3 other things I needed to take care of. Like this thing right here. It's still at 60. That's another problem for another day. It should be 90, which means something isn't working properly. Like I missed a belt somewhere. Yes, actually, Lost Cause, have you played it? So Wandering, as he noted earlier, has played this as well. And yes, you eventually save the Earth and puppies and kittens, in addition to other things. So okay, so you get it. Now, I have not finished the game. I've got another save where I made it up to. I was at near the end of phase 8. Yeah, no, phase. I think phase 3, tier 8. That's what it is. I'm almost there in 1/3 of the time. But what I was doing when I needed more steel beams was and I'm also kind of reskinning things as I go. And I built a bunch of blueprints that I'm dropping in here. So this is an ingot factory, and it's backed up, of course, because I got distracted by all of you lovely people. And now I'm trying to get it fixed. So couldn't build my steel beam factory, or not my steel beams, my ingots, because what I need next is beams, pipes, and then all right, Eve of Death, thank you so much for the dono. I really appreciate it. I gotta figure out, maybe I'll do that while I'm out next week. Figure out how to get that into my activity feed, because that would be super helpful. Because and like I hear it, but if I don't look over fast enough, it's not there. Maybe I can, I'll take a look at my docs in a minute. But Eve, have a wonderful night. Enjoy your movie. Hopefully you're watching something good. And I appreciate it. And part of my thing too is I'm going to be as transparent as I can. So while not doxing myself. So I did that match on screen. I probably should change over the email address to the other one that doesn't have any identifiable information. That probably would help. But anyway, yeah, it's good stuff. All right, so I need steel ingots, and hopefully I can just drop this down here. And I got to figure, maybe I'm going to read my notes again. I was trying to figure out what the hell I did. All right, so this is 200. Okay, the outputs need to head that way, not this way. So, okay, so I don't know if you've built 4x4 blueprints before. I will admit that it took me a little bit to kind of wrap my head around what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it with this. Hello. Okay, let's try this again. I was trying to fit 6 foundries in here, and space kind of got tight, and I didn't want to go up to have a bunch of floors. Yet. Well, you know what? I have read, and I don't know how accurate it is, but somebody claims to have developed something that bends light, like a suit. So it mimics invisibility a little bit. But I am skeptical. I've been around the block enough to be skeptical of anything like that until I actually see it. All right. Let's do this. We skin this stuff on here. This concrete is the way. There. All right. Good. All right. So this particular one is a little weird. I'm going to run my coal and input it here, which I'm going to do that just yet, but we'll figure it out. The coal's going to come in this side, and my ingots are going to come out this side. And then my bars are going to come out here. So this should be super simple. So that's 360 a minute. That needs a mark for belt. Wait a minute. What am I expecting here again? 240. Did I do my math right? I don't remember if I did my math right. Well, and actually, Harley, one could... Nope, it's the same. I got 360 output, 240 input. Okay. Oh. Yeah. You probably think of the same thing I am. Where I don't know if it bends light. Actually, I take that back. I think it mimics your surroundings to the extent that you look like you're blending in. That's probably what it is. All right. I have to. So when I built these, I was going for maximum. Why won't you? There we go. Okay, so it's 30 in, 30 out. I think my math was wrong. Or not. So I have, I've got 12. 12 times 30 is 360. Fine. I did it right. So we are going to do a tier 4 belt, or Mark 4 belt. I don't want to keep saying tier. But we're going to do a Mark 4 belt. And then what is this snapping to? I guess that's the question. So when I built this, I was less than thrilled with this particular aspect of it. I really needed it to be. Why aren't you? Oh, I'm out of concrete again. Oh, there it is. There's the message. Excellent. Took so long. I think maybe I fat fingered something in the bot. It's supposed to do it like every, like an hour or once an hour every 60 lines of chat. All right, so I want it to snap to the. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I do need to, however, make myself. I'm gonna get this sorted right now because I can do this. Good. Just at least get this input taken care of, and I can see how badly I screwed up the factory. All right, we'll run this. I think we'll run this super close. Yeah. I wonder if I can do a lift. No, can't. That was, yeah, another gripe. Those things are too bulky. So we're gonna do this. All right. Okay, that should be 180. I can do the outputs there. That's all fine. That should fill up. Okay. Because I do know that I don't know if I've solved this yet either. Let me double check. Nope, I didn't. So my running joke is I have to make sure that my power tits are connected. Oh, no, it's connected. Okay. I haven't done it to the other side. All right. Aesthetically, I'm not sure if I'm happy with this, but it looks better than them just being strung all over the place. And I do like the glass. All right, so we got that taken care of. Roll this back a little bit. Oops. And we'll do that. Let's take care of these outputs. Why won't you snap? Harley, have you played Factorio or Star Rupture? I've got Factorio. I haven't played it completely yet. I should. All right, so I'm thinking about this. I got to do a merger here. It needs to go that way. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. And that's 180, so I can do Mark III belts. My snap 2. There we go. There. All right. And that means 360 Okay, I need to upgrade those belts. I'm gonna have to make some more concrete beams. Because I don't have that spun up yet, which means I need. Okay, so let's just address the power situation. All right, I've got those there. Is that outside yet? No. Neither of these are outside. I think I'm gonna cheat. And by cheat, I mean I'm just gonna put one here. I'm gonna say connect that guy to that guy. And then I'll connect this guy to that. Because that should address the power. Let's just double check. Okay, it's not producing. That's good. Wait a minute. No, that's fine. Okay, I don't have that input coming in, but let's just double check. Okay. It's got all the coal. I don't know why it stopped there. Let's take a look underneath. Let's take a look underneath and make sure it's distributing properly. Oh yeah, this is my gripe about this particular building. I can't get around underneath of it. My logistics floor is not great. All right, so I don't have any visibility there. I see it flowing. Okay, that's why. I need faster belts for this inside. No, that's Mark 3. That should be fine. All right, well, I will figure that out momentarily once I get this other problem sorted. All right, we're gonna drop a workbench. So we'll just drop it right here out of the way because, you know, we're gonna need it. Yeah, perfect. And I need these, so I'm gonna get the tink. So, how we doing? How we doing, folks? While I listen to the tink. So like once I'm done with this, then I can solve my encased beam problem, which should be very doable. Good, we're good. 30. Is that gonna be enough? I think we're getting close. Getting super close. Okay. And I think what I'll do is we'll get this thing working. I'll send the stuff upstream. And then I probably should go packing things, but let's get this problem solved first. All right, that 50 enough? Yeah, that should be enough. All right, so let's see if we've got this working. So again, we did the math. I need Tier 4 belt. Mark 4 belt. All right, actually, you know what we're gonna do? I think I'm going to there we go. I'll make this a little cleaner. I'm going to take care of this tree because friends don't friends. Let trees clip through your environment when you can help it. All right, so let's try this guy again. More. Okay, connect you to you. And that sound that you're hearing behind me is that spinning back up. And what this tells me is that I made my factory properly. That makes me unreasonably happy. All right, Gotta have our appropriate work attire. I need logistics, and I need this. Oh, it takes... Oh, dang it. It needs oscillators. I gotta build oscillators by hand. It's true, wandering. Ada will be happy. I do... You know what I want to get? Mostly because I think it's hilariously funny. I absolutely have to find a live, laugh, consume mug or something. Because I think the first time I heard that, I about fell out of my chair laughing at it, because that's funny shit. Ada is very, very salty. But I can't fault her for wanting to save puppies and kittens. Yeah. Axe Boy, welcome back, my friend. I assume that you stepped away. All right, so that'll do its business. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yes. And then we... what's this outputting again? That's 360, so... That is not what I meant to hit. Alright, so what I'm gonna do... yes, I know it's all backed up, but like really we're just solving one problem. Making gumbo? Oh, you have to send me pictures of your gumbo. So I'm gonna assume it's like Tex-Mex kind of gumbo and not like full Cajun, right? Because you're making me hungry. All right, I'm thinking about it. Let's get this output monitor on here. I should probably make I haven't made any, I normally make gumbo once a year. I haven't made any. All right, well, at least I know I built my factory properly. Oh, okay. So, is that one of those things, Axe Boy, where you can only call it gumbo if it's made by an actual Cajun, or is it just it's gumbo inspired stew for all the rest of us? It's like champagne and sparkling wine. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Now I know that I have... All right, so that's gonna go do beams. So here's what I need to do next. Additional steel production, encased beams and motors. There's no way. Thumbs, if anything's gonna draw you out, that is gonna be it. All right, let me just double check that this is actually up to spec or close to it. So that's 120 a minute. That's not even close to being where it's supposed to be. All right, we'll let it percolate. It can't be. Yeah, this should be closer than what I thought. Is this a case that just hasn't filled up yet? Maybe. All right, so just unduly. You know, Axe Boy, I bet you are. I am a fork, spoon, sometimes straw, and occasionally with my hands kind of eater, so I'm going to assume that it's going to taste amazing. And actually, sometimes without anything, I'll just stick my face in a bowl as long as it doesn't involve third-degree burns. My doctor would agree with me on that. All right, no, this looks like it's fine. Is there... Did I forget something? What is the problem here? I think I think I made a boo-boo. I think I made a boo-boo. Very true, Thumbs. Very true. Okay, there's my problem. So note to self, when you have something that says it's going to output 360 and you only put a belt that will do 60, that can happen. Okay, so I don't... All these are fine. Okay, that's already a Mark III. That means the one on the bottom probably needs to be upgraded as well. So let's just see. Yep. There we go. That's much better. When in doubt, make sure that you have all of your shit sorted, because I did not. 260, that's still low. It's not done calibrating, but that's okay. All right. This will eventually figure it out. This will eventually get its stuff done. All right. So what have we accomplished so far? We increased our steel production. That should eventually turn green. This will eventually turn green, but I got to let it percolate a bit. This should get closer to 360. Oh no, it won't. It won't do that until I get another problem sorted, but that's okay. I think what I can do here, I've got limestone there. Let's just think through this. I need steel beams and I need steel pipes. Let's look at our blueprints. I don't think I'm gonna get these done just yet, but I will get close. All right, so iron pipes. That takes 600 ingots, and out of that comes 150 pipes. All right. So this is good. So 600 ingots, if we remember, is pretty close to the output of 2 of these guys. I'll just underclock. I'll underclock that. But what I need to be able to do with my factories, I'll expand out that way with this, I think, is... just double check something. Do we have any coal here other than the one that I... Where's that coal at in that one? Okay. I don't even know if I'm making use of that guy. So there's not a lot of coal right here, but that's okay. I think what I can do is I can pare down some of these so I can keep my base materials done and focus on concrete. So, all right. So blueprint wise, we have that. 360 steel ingots equals 90 beams. I'll just do one of those. That's a lot, but it does a lot of pipes. I can take one of the outputs of that. I can split that into encased steel pipes, which is down here, or encased industrial pipe. So I can peel off just a little bit of that and some concrete and get that taken care of. So that actually won't be a big deal. So I think I can reroute some of the coal. Just coal that I'm using over there. Let's just double check. I don't think I'm actually... Yeah, I don't think I have solved that problem just yet. Let's go look. And that way I can start tearing down some of this stuff. And some of my crap floating in the sky. All right, so question is, am I actually using this coal? I don't think I am. It's not a lot. I'm not using the sulfur. That'll be gunpowder in a little bit, or black powder. Let's see what I'm doing with the coal, because I honestly don't remember. I think I'm actually using it. Oh, yeah. I was using that to build components for. Yeah, I had a whole separate steel line. I don't need to do that anymore. So that coal we'll use for all this. So this, and I'll take a step back for the benefit of folks. The space elevator, I was building my production lines, so I had always had resources. And then I was building special production lines for the space elevator resources. I think I'm still going to do that, but I'm going to do it a little differently and upgrade my back end resources. But you know what? I think we're at a good stopping point. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? Let me make sure we save our game. And what I'm doing, just so you all know, is when I save, I make sure that I save the state at the end of stream. Yeah, I'm allergic to squats. They make my nose run, make me sneeze. I break out into hives. All right, so we got that saved. Exit the main menu. And then when I play offline, you can see that I've got put more than a few hours in since I started playing. All right, let's do this. But let's see if we can find someone to raid, shall we? You guys have any ideas or thoughts on raid targets? I haven't actually hit the button yet. But let's look and see who's around. Following. I always like to let's do this. Okay, we got Willie Lowe, and Marvel Rivals. All right. I got music stuff. Yeah, Axe Boy. Thinking isn't my strong suit either, especially on a Saturday. I do enough of that during the week. All right, let's do this. I think let's go meet some new friends. Well, maybe not new friends, but I always like connecting communities. So let's do this. Let's go find our friend Darkest Dame, shall we? Let me do this. Where is it? Here it is. So, oops. Well, I'm losing my damn mind. Let's do this. So we'll confirm that. We'll go back there. I'll go here. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out today. Sonny, thank you for the raid. Lost Cause, Rooster, Harley Quinn, Delphin, Nightmare, Mini Brox. Thanks for the follows. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the donations. Chronicle, or thank you for the bits, Chronicle and Eve of Death. Thank you for the donation. I need to figure out I need to make that more visible. Be safe, be well. I won't be here till at least next Saturday. It'll probably be a little bit late because I will have probably been up by 3:30 a.m. Eastern, or I'm sorry, 3:30 a.m. Pacific, and won't get home until midnight Pacific, and traveling most of the day. But let's go say hi to Darkest Dame. She's playing some Kingdom Come Deliverance. Be careful how I say that. That would sound bad. Some Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. But let's go say hello. And hopefully she's having a good time. Anyway, thank you. Love you all. Bye.